it's very healthy for a man to bust a nut.
A lot of guys are socially awkward.
I think you're a bit ignorant to like the average guy's experience.
As long as your needs and wants are truly aligned with your partner.
Here's why attractive women are less likely to get married.
3, 2, 1.
What can I do for you?
So right now I'm a working man. I got my own business and stuff, 20 years old. Like at what point should I be focusing more on like the personal life, right? Being social, going out, getting better networking and stuff like that. At what point should I be more focused on my career?
So I'll say this to you. It's healthy for a man to bust a nut. Okay, it's very healthy for a man to bust a nut. And it is very healthy for a man to bust a nut with a woman. Not just, with the porn sites. So just make sure that you do it at last part of your day. Do it just when everything's done. So work, pay your bills, upkeep your household, and then once everything's done, go ahead and get it in, bro. I think it's healthy for a man to let loose, have women around or a woman around. Sex is very fulfilling. It's a good exchange, the masculine and the feminine. Do it in a protected manner, but it's very healthy for a man to bust a nut. So
to what degree though? Because you can't be obsessing over that.
No, obviously when I say, okay, so when we think of priority lists, if it's last on the list, it doesn't hold much value. It holds some value, but it doesn't hold the most value.
Right.
And so just don't obsess over it. I mean, obviously you're 20, your hormones are racing, your testosterone is going nuts. And so you're going to want to fuck, YouTube chill. So just put women last, but don't eliminate them. Like just put them last. Don't call off for them. Don't bend your schedule for them. Don't compromise too much for them. Find girls that respect you, that honor you, that are attracted to you, and spend time with those women.
There's nowhere worse than Dubai. It's the only city in the world where the women are far more promiscuous than the men. Because what's happened to the women that come to rich cities is they come emotionally detached. They come with the idea that I want to meet a rich man. Now that woman is completely different to the woman that comes to a city and says, I want to fall in love and have kids. Now that emotionally detached woman who comes, I want a good life, is never emotionally invested. And here's the mistake a lot of rich men make. They seem to think that if they can support a girl and give her a good life, loyalty is a given. But what they're forgetting is a woman that craves a good life doesn't seek emotional intimacy. She seeks financial intimacy. Any woman who doesn't seek emotional intimacy is far more likely to stray. The most likely to be cheated on is these men that spoil their women. Because loyal women want to be spoiled by time. They don't want to be spoiled by possession.
A lot of guys are socially awkward.
I think you're a bit ignorant to like the average guy's experience. Consider this, right? Most guys, the average guy today, his granddad had to put in a quarter of the work to get the kind of woman that is 4 times as amazing as the woman he's attracted to.
Are you talking? You're talking about
his grandmother was an amazing woman and a very, very feminine, natural woman, and his granddad really didn't have to do the kind of work he has to do right now as a young man in the Western world.
So you're talking about hoflation.
Yes, it's hoflation.
Hoflation. So modern men have to work 5 times harder than their grandfathers did for women 20 times worse than what their grandmothers were.
Here is my opinion on finding true happiness in your relationship. To me, it's all about finding a real agreement, a real accord, a real understanding with your partner. Maybe for you and your partner, it's gonna look like we're not gonna have kids, we're not gonna live together, or maybe we'll get married or not. Maybe we can still talk to other people, whatever works for you. As long as your needs and wants are truly aligned with your partner, why should we care about what the norm is? Society conditions us to see happiness in one way. You're dating, it's a monogamous relationship, we get married, we have kids. We're happy, that's all. But why? What if it's not what you want? I believe you achieve ultimate happiness in your relationship when you are able to fully be who you are. When you can ask for what you want without being judged by your partner because of the understanding that you guys developed. Fuck society and what's deemed to be acceptable. It's your life, enjoy it the way you want.
Here's why attractive women are less likely to get married. In order for a marriage to work, you need to be incredibly forgiving and show a lot of compromise. Now, because attractive women are surrounded by men who are constantly making them promises, whenever her partner's behavior is fallible, she believes that she doesn't have to put up with this because there's men willing to give her everything that she's ever asked for. even though it's not true. And as a result, she becomes less tolerant and compromising and more likely to walk away every time things are becoming difficult. Second reason is throughout the course of a marriage, they tend to desire their woman less and less. Now, attractive women, they find this transition very difficult to deal with because they're surrounded by men who are almost tripping over themselves to tell her how beautiful she is. When she's with a man who slowly is becoming indifferent to her appearance, she finds this very difficult to put up with. So instead of accepting that this is a natural process, she'll simply replace the man to receive the same validation that she's used to receiving all the time. And as a result, she's less likely to settle down.